I was born skinny and slapped down flat, been worn thin as hell's welcome mat. There's a hole punched through my middle that will likely start to crack. My head is spinning at 78. The needle arm has sealed my fate. I'm dead too soon and born too late. I best be headed back. So bury me in shellac, bury me in shellac. I don't want to walk no lonesome valley, so when I die, won't you be a pally and dump my body in Tin Pan Alley? Bury me in shellac. No children and I love each one, no darling daughter or loyal son to knit my dinner and load my gun, but I don't feel the lack, 'cause modern man is oh so clever. I'll just sing some songs and pull a lever. My kids as such will live forever on a vitriola's rack. So bury me in shellac, bury me in shellac. Don't plant me in some wormy mound. My plan for eternal life is sound. The cycle keeps on spinning round. Bury me in shellac. There's a wooden box back in the corner. The lid is open to greet the mourner. Just turn the crank and hear the horn and view me dressed in black. But when the needle stops its glide, don't think it means my soul has flied, for we'll meet again on the other side of my memorial plaque. Oh, bury me in shellac, bury me in shellac. Let me go on record and testify and make my last request if I could best be laid to rest if I be buried in shellac. I left Bernardino with a 44 in my hand on an old plank highway across the burning sand. I met with justice and I robbed her blind. I'm not a good man, but I'm hard to find. Way out in the desert in a snakeskin tent where it looks like God forgot to pay the rent, but it suits me finer than anywhere else I go. On the Corduroy Road, for supper I catch fried fish in a lake of dust. Then I'll hit the mining town that went from boom to bust, where nooses and bullet holes pave the streets. There's ghost town ladies underneath the sheets. This last chance tavern gets so damn hot, you can drink your beer or watch it turn into a shot and toast the old prospector who blew his mother load on the Corduroy Road. I met a Dust Bowl beauty at the rain dance Friday night. She broke my heart just to drink the tears I cried. But I'm glad I'm living where the pickings lean, with a sack of silver and a full canteen. bark carcass in a cactus tree and leave my jerky to the pack rat and horny toad on the Corduroy Road. Intended to set it all off with some dynamite stuck to my face. Well, you shouldn't eat anything straight from the trough like you should drink straight from the vase. Now the weather out here is unfit for a beast, still I search for a beast for a mate. My engine won't run if it don't have the grease, which I drink by the dam, by the crate. And the man with no hands at the meat cutter's dance is the one who's really in charge of the food and the booze and the pairs of short pants you can have when we're out on the barge. Now the miners are drinking their grenadine shine while the farmers are down shifting coal. She went out the door and she left me behind while her python remained on patrol. Now don't try to tell me that I look underfed and you'll treat me to dinner for 3. No thanks for the offer, I'm staying in bed, just myself and my tapeworm and me. And the man with no hands at the meat cutter's dance is the one who's really in charge of the food and the booze and the pairs of short pants you can have when we're out on the barge. Now the dazzling drunkards who drink in this place will strangle you just for your change, to pay for their outfits of rhinestones and lace which they wear when they're riding the range. Now how can a man ride the back of a horse when he can't hit the front of a whale? The answer is found as a matter of course once you suck all the wind from the sails. And the man with no hands at the meat cutter's dance is the one who's really in charge of the food and the booze and the pairs of short pants you can have when we're out on the barge. Yes, the man with no hands at the meat cutter's dance is the one who's really in charge of the food and the booze and the pairs of short pants you can have when we're out on the barge. It was cold and hungry where I was young, had to burn the coal that coughed up from his lung. We kept the Bible by the outhouse holes. We tore the pages out to cleanse our souls. I came home blinded from the Spanish War. I told my gal I couldn't see her no more. Now I live in a bottle, my door is ajar. I sweep up sawdust and sleep in the bar. Now I'm glad this world is not our home, though I won't be headed up to heaven's dome when the signs appear and the trumpet calls. Let me make my pallet where the comet falls. It's a T for shovel and a T for pick. Never learned to read, I went to work too quick. It's a O for Reno and a D for bend. I'm wandering round just waiting for the end. I had a shotgun wedding, she's long and black. She sleeps beside me in our shotgun shack. Once a wee were a kissing and she chipped my tooth. I shot my mouth off and hit the roof. Now I'm glad this world is not our home, though I won't be headed up to heaven's dome when the signs appear and the trumpet calls. Let me make my pallet where the comet falls. They put P.A.T. Barnum on the dollar bill. If you're not a sucker, then you're just a shill. Now I'm out here strung up in my family tree, born to be a C, D, F, G. Oh, the old New Mexico I knew was sold, where the Hopi hoped and the tumble storms rolled. I found a haystack in needles and I'm off to bed. My home is anywhere I hang my head. Now I'm glad this world is not our home, though I won't be headed up to heaven's dome when the signs appear and the trumpet calls. Let me make my pallet where the comet falls. I'd set my house on fire for to guide me through the dark, and cross a poison river in the belly of a shark, just to drown in her reflection in the lake at Luna Park. I'm stuck on a hat check girl. When I'm trudging to the pit, she's got me singing sappy songs. When my shovel's getting heavy, she makes me feel strong. When I'm reading in my bed, she makes a short story long. I'm stuck on a hat check girl. She says she's too young to marry, so just get it through my head. But she'll gladly be my widow, and to call her when I'm dead. So I'll take my shredded heart to make a ribbon for her hair, and I'll ask the undertaker for something nice to wear. Look up my obituary and you'll find her picture there. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck on a hat check girl. kitchen, frying up skin. Cut up all the organ meat and soak it in gin. Brother's in the playpen, doing like he's told. Never mind the fact that he's 30 years old. Sis is in a tizzy underneath the sheet, feeling the effects of fermented cream of wheat. Mama's in her slipper, looking for a ball, strutting her stuff by the jailhouse wall. Bow to your corner, rousing up the gun. Jailbird's joy, it's 5 against 1. Meet up with the carnies in the sleeper car. Pickle punk peeking through a dirty mason jar. Two-headed ladies sitting by a fan, each head wishing that the other was a man. Mexicali mama doesn't know a care, getting down and dirty with a locket of her hair. Jimmy's in the jailhouse staring at the soap, dreaming of the day when he's swinging from a rope. Bow to your corner, rising up the gun. Jailbird's joy, it's 5 against 1. Johnny Whippersnapper, Tanya had and cough, jumped on a caboose and now they're getting off. Sweet as diabetes, hotter than a flu, a fella never knows what he's getting from you. Syncopated rhythm, rocking with glee, got a special someone and that someone is me. Like Mother Hubbard, staring at the shelf, don't have much so I keep it to myself. Bow to your corner, rising up the gun. Jailbird's joy, it's 5 against 1. Bow to your corner, rising up the gun. Jailbird's joy, it's 5 against 1. Bow to your corner, rising up the gun. Jailbird's joy, it's 5 against 1.
Here's Poppycock and Tommyrot and Hot to Trotty Rotica. Here's Hottentot and Polyglot and Melting Pot Exotica. Here's slogans in a broken tongue and Duggins to provoke the young and therapeutic penguin dung imported from Antarctica. Here's hurdy-gurdy murderers and penny dreadful tragedy. The bunk and mumbo jumbo under my financial strategy. A shot of modern schadenfreude to stimulate the adenoid and fill your apathetic void with agitating gadgetry. Here's lotteries and slot machines for drudges' dreams to hinge upon. Here's crutches, creams, and panaceas for chondriacs to cringe upon. Here's endless alcoholidays deserving of a Rabelais and needless dope the debauchees are slaking their syringe upon. Here's spirits of anomia to rouse you from your ennui. The tinsel trinket picayunes defining whom you want to be. And when you find you've played the dupe, your satiated grin will droop, and all your cash you can't recoup. I've packed it up and gone to sea. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ah, ha, 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 ha. the day bartender at the Early Bird Saloon, and from 6 o'clock to noon I pour breakfast for the soaks who can't hold a fork and spoon. I take ham and scrambled egg, then I draw one from the keg and mix them in the blender. I'm the day bartender for the Lushington and Lout, for the bitter and the stout, and on Sundays there's communion for the drunkenly devout. To the racetrack from the flop, this is where they make a stop to begin their bender. Still, who am I to critique? Oh, when I'm standing here pouring beers, so many years in the darkness every morning of the week. I'm the day bartender. I may be their only friend, or maybe just a money lender, or just a nodding head to comprehend their former splendor. Irregardless of your gender, the tips are always slender for the day bartender. I'm the day bartender. I may be their only friend, or maybe just a money lender, or just a nodding head to comprehend their former splendor. Irregardless of your gender, the tips are always slender for the day bartender. Romeo is more effective when he is a store detective, working up along the ladies' mile, poking deep into the sacks of classy kleptomaniacs, dolled up in a most attractive style. There is one who mocks my duty, sleight of hand but full of beauty, daring at her art. She is gone and swiped my heart. Mary Mack, may I remind you why I walk the floor behind you, how your dress is bulging out in back. I'm on to you, I must admit, I wink the other eye a bit, when you stuff your muff with a bric-a-brac. Our romance is getting risky, still you have me feeling frisky. What a job uncovering your plot. And I've been staring at your derriere, wary of the wares you bury there. Mary Mack, just show me what you've got. Please consider my position, let me hold you on suspicion, take you down and empty out your dress. Just let me perform the search, and I swear I won't find any merchandise if you let me have just one caress. Let me see where you've been stashing laces of the latest fashion, and the mink you stole instead of bought. On my shift, there's no alert for me. Lift it all, just lift a skirt for me. Mary Mack, just show me what you've got. I'm the day bartender at the Early Bird Saloon, and from 6 o'clock to noon, I pour breakfast for the soaks who can't hold a fork and spoon. I take ham and scrambled egg, then I draw one from the keg and mix them in the blender. I'm the day bartender for the Lushington